politics dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. It sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show. But there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast. Good morning and welcome. Happy New Year. It's 2024. It's January 3rd? 2nd? No, that was yesterday. 3rd. It's 3rd. Don't give me the wrong day. Jesus.
Sorry.
Sit here for a half hour talking.
I'm going to be right in 2023 on everything for about 2 months. So get back with me in March.
It's Wednesday, hump day, January 3rd, 2024. Happy New Year. You found it, the guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast, the GGHOP, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market and Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works, broadcasting from the tap room of Frankfurt Beer Works in the beautiful Christian Ridge Historic District. I'm your host, Bill Gam, along with Karen Haynes.
Hello.
And James Swinford.
Hello.
So, fun day. It's just us today. Just the crew today. Okay. Then just us Friday. Just us three. Okay. And then Monday, got a special guest. The Funk. Jake Peters. The Funk. Tattoo artist and artist as well.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Where's the shop?
It is just now, I think it's on Clinton Street here in Frankfurt. Or is it Washington? It's Washington, isn't it?
I get all those ones mixed up, dude. I haven't lived in Frankfurt for a minute, so I'm always like, Washington this way, Clinton that.
I think it's Washington.
One of them.
So over by...
Or now I think it's Clinton. Oh, Lord. It's Clinton.
Look them up on Facebook
It
and
is
Instagram.
Clinton.
I know it's Clinton.
Is it the house across from Old Stony-ish?
Oh, no. This, his shop is, it's next to like a pawn shop. And
So that's Washington.
Is it Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you listening in Wyoming, all two of you, ignore that part.
Rhythm
Yeah.
and Ink
Sorry about
tattooing,
that.
right? Correct.
Is that what it's called? Rhythm and Ink?
Is that what it's called?
I should know that.
I think it was.
He did.
Yeah.
I just know I got a tattoo at his shop, not long ago.
We're asking our producer to check. He shook his
Yes,
head.
they'll be looking in. We'll find that out. That's very important. But Jake will be here.
He does
and
the best damn tattoos ever.
He does great tattoos, and his shop is really cool.
Yeah.
And he's got like 2 or 3 other people that work with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess somebody does piercing and
Yeah.
he'll talk about it.
Really friendly, nice shop. Have you been in there?
I have
You don't
not, but I've got a couple tats that need touched up.
Oh, you
so-
have tattoos.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had tattoos.
Yeah. Got a mouse.
Yeah? Really?
I do.
Is it Mickey Mouse or just a mouse?
Well, it's
Minnie Mouse.
supposed to be Mickey Mouse.
What's
but
supposed to be Mickey Mouse?
It's got a few stretch marks.
Oh. What part is it on?
It's Mickey Rourke Mouse now.
Well, you know that joke, right?
What's the joke?
Must be an old
I got a
one.
mouse. Oh, no, never mind.
I don't know. What is that?
Well,
Well, run me through
I
it.
used to have
Do you
a
know
mouse.
this? Am I
No, I do
insane?
not. I'm out.
Okay, what is it? What? I've got a mouse in my pocket.
I got a mouse, but something ate it. All right.
Well, what's
I'm
it
gonna give
mean?
it up.
Walk me through it. I don't know.
Trying to say her WAP's a mouse trap.
Oh. So it has something to do with your vagina.
No.
The mouse doesn't.
I mean, the mouse is
Indirectly.
near, but anyway.
The mouse tattoo that you
So
have
I
is
think
on your
just
hip.
about every lesbian got that one. Thank you.
Ketchup popsicle with a woman in white gloves. It's gotta be your bull.
Wait.
But she don't know that reference either because she hadn't seen
No,
Tommy
she hasn't
Boy.
seen that movie,
Yeah.
which that's what we need to get you for the
Yeah.
holidays. We
Yeah,
should
one of our next ones where we're by ourselves, we need to do because everybody's doing watch alongs. We'll do
Oh.
a watch along, but do it in segments of just Tommy Boy stuff.
watch
and
along
cut it
Tom
up.
Boy with
I would like
with
that.
you and the mouse.
Okay.
So you got a mouse. So it's
I have a mouse, I have a butterfly, and I have a serpent.
Oh, are they all around the same places? Or are they different spots?
No, different spots.
Okay.
Man, if she would have got a dolphin, she would have had like the 80s trifecta. Like the 80s trifecta of like all the.
So where's the butterfly? your
Shoulder.
Okay, and then where's the
Serpent.
aardvark? Serpent.
It's an Ouroboros, and it's in the center of my back.
Okay. Did these have any like meaning? I don't get the first one. Are the other ones easy to figure out? Or whatever.
The
Something
Ouroboros.
labor.
I got a butterfly on my back, baby. See what I mean?
I just had a necklace I really liked, and I got a tattoo. And I don't know what's fun, the story for that one is,
Sure.
I got the tattoo when it was illegal in Indiana. I had to go across state lines to get it.
Is it illegal in Indiana to get tattoos?
Yeah.
When was it illegal? That had to be like.
1920.
Yeah, I was
I didn't
like-
know you were.
Did the covered wagon get stuck on the way?
Were you underage? Like it's illegal to get if you're less than 18?
No,
or
you
something?
couldn't. No, it wasn't. They didn't have tattoo parlors in Indiana.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, y'all don't remember that? Man,
I guess not.
Shit.
We're gonna
Man.
have to get our producer
But yeah,
on that
I went
one
to
too.
Danville,
When
Illinois.
was it outdated?
You went to Danville, Illinois to get your
Danville,
tattoo?
Illinois at Mike's
go.
Tattoos.
It's where everybody goes for terrible shit in Illinois when
Yeah,
they're
that's
from Indiana. It's the only
right.
place
Over the
everybody
border.
knows. It's like, well, I ain't gonna go to Chicago.
Got my first tattoo there, and then I went back and got a second one.
Very good.
And then we did a place in West Lafayette. Ryan and I both got a matching tattoo.
Is that the mouse one?
No, no, that's the
Or maybe his
Ouroboros.
mouse means something. I don't know.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just drop the mouse. I'm not going to share the
So you
mouse.
both got the serpents.
He
Yeah,
got one
we-
of cheese.
And you
Yeah.
keep saying the Aurora Bora. What does that mean?
Ouroboros,
What's
it's
that mean?
the continual circle where the
There's-
snake's eating itself.
The snake is eating itself. That like the,
So like that was
wasn't there a
done-
movie like that, Centipede or something, where everybody's eating everybody's ass? Or something?
Yeah, human centipede.
Yeah, human centipede. Is that what it is on your back? You got a human centipede on your back.
No,
No, but they always continue and it's continuous.
Does it mean? Does it mean?
never ending.
Never ending. So it's your love for each other.
Is that where serpentine belt came from?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
good one. Maybe so.
Is that? Am I just fucking way
Keeping
off?
our producer busy today.
Man.
He's over there feverishly. He's
needs
not
a
looking that up at all.
We need a separate Google machine over there to.
No, what's really cool though is the tattoos that I have either faded so much or distorted due to body changes.
Okay.
That the Ouroboros on my back, it's basically looks like the Millennium. Did anybody ever watch Millennium?
The Millennium Falcon?
No, Millennium, the TV show.
I don't. I know
Oh
a song
my
called
God.
Millennium. But
Okay, well they've got the snake anyway. That it's faded so much.
Yeah.
That when I've been to the doctors and such, and they check you over,
They-
they think I'm an Oprah fan.
An
it looks like a
'cause
big
it looks
O.
like the O on it.
really?
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Aw.
So I need to get it touched up.
When do you said it's when it was illegal? What year do you think it was when you got these tattoos?
I got my first tattoo, I think, in 96.
Oh no, it wasn't illegal to get tattoos then, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Somebody
Did your
just
mom
lying
tell
to
you that or something?
Fuck you. No, it was. Look it up.
Did the good people at Mike's Tattoo tell you that? You need to come over here for that.
No.
Yeah. Was you
Okay.
at some like shady tattoo basement thing? Oh no, you went to Danville. Why the
I
hell?
went to Danville.
I was
No,
even
but
thinking of that.
seriously,
It's
I
okay.
swear they didn't have tattoo parlors yet.
So it's
It
been
wasn't
96.
legal.
So now it's 28 years old.
But when I think about all my friends that had tattoos, then they didn't get them at a shop, so I wouldn't even have remembered if there was a shop.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was. I
No,
gotta
it
believe
was.
you were smarter and older
No.
than you've got to. We'll figure. it out.
Anyway, I
But,
don't.
but you got them. But now they need a little. Would you get them touched up, or would you get them completely like
I would-
covered and removed?
I
in a different way?
would. I would get them touched up.
Okay, so you still want to keep them.
Yeah.
Just want them brightened up.
What's sad is the one near my butterfly. I got melanoma, and so I had to have like a
Oh.
chunk of my shoulder taken out.
This sounds hilarious. Go ahead. Let's talk
Yeah, it
about
sucked
cancer.
ass. But so the area that's there, they took a skin graft from underneath my arm and put it there, and it looks like really gnarly. And I'd love to get that to look like I've been shot. I think that would be cool.
The butterfly's kind of shot. Like,
Yeah, maybe we could splash some blood. But
Okay.
yeah, it just is like a really interesting scar.
you've got good ideas for your tats.
I really do.
Are we doing anything? Do anything to the mouse?
The mouse needs a little help.
The mouse needs a little help.
It looks a little frog.
It's been beat up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, does Ryan just have the one that you got together?
Yeah. And then awesome story.
Yes.
One of my sons
Mm-hmm.
went and got that exact same tattoo. And what's funny is he took a picture of our back or my back or something, and he took it to the dude, and the dude did it just like that. So the tattoo does not look as good as it did in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looked fresh. It looked like a snake. You could
Yeah.
tell the scales. You could see definition.
Oh, that guy
And
didn't make it look like your worn out
And he
one.
made it look like the one I have now.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. But I think that's so cool that he did that. But as kids,
It's
when
the
they were
period
little,
correct
That's
tattoo.
hilarious.
when they were little,
Yes.
we told them that's how we knew we were supposed to be together because we had matching tattoos. And they believed it.
Wow.
Yeah. So they'd be like, oh, that's how you found your spirit animal or your
They didn't know you
other.
guys.
Is
You
they
guys,
gotta
they
have
didn't know
the
you
same
guys
damn
just on a road
tattoo.
trip to Danville.
Yeah, you just need to go over to Mike's Tattoos in Danville on 3rd Street. So they got a tattoo just like yours, and that's supposed to be your forever person.
Well,
Now they
I don't-
locked themselves into the family.
I
Like,
think it was like a tribute to like Haynes's, like there's always been this idea that we would all get the same tattoo.
I thought it was a tribute to the Doors the End. My father, I want to kill you. No, okay. All right. So
So it's not some cult thing.
it's not a cult thing. So
But
now
yeah.
you're both sons got one like that?
No,
Just one.
Just one.
And then now is he going out searching the world for the woman with the faded tattoo on her lower
Back
upper butt?
stamp tramp.
That's how you know. What's it
don't know,
called? The
I doubt it.
Horabora?
Tramp
Bora
stamp. Yeah.
The Horabora.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I don't know.
Sexy.
It was just cool.
Well, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Well, when Jake comes here, we can get some quotes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll take a quote.
Just quote.
I'll
So
take a
Jake's here
quote.
on Monday.
All right.
Tattoo. We can ask him all the tattoo questions we want. He also recently
He's won awards.
he's won awards. He also recently got engaged. So he's recently
Oh,
engaged over the
awesome
holiday.
sauce.
Yeah, somebody he's been dating for a while. So congratulations to him and fantastic.
Sucker.
Time for marriage. Did you say sucka?
No.
You're a happily married woman.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
What did I say before the show? Can't have your first divorce without your first marriage.
There you go. That's right.
But
You
good
only-
luck. Good
you
luck.
only get married twice.
Good luck. The odds are against you, but good luck.
So yeah, that'll be Monday. So it's
Our
the end of the
giveaway.
year.
You're going to talk
wrap up
about
the
that.
giveaway.
We're going to have a new giveaway.
Well, the giveaway I'll talk about Friday. We'll have that
Oh, we're
all
going to
set
talk
up
about
for you.
Friday. All right. Yeah.
See, because I lost my phone for 4 days.
Yeah.
But that was awful. But so James, what's new with you? We were talking before the show. James has had a bit of some sort of some
Just woke up
It's
on
a
the
Wonderful
wrong,
Life
just
moment.
woke up on the wrong side of the fucking bed today, I guess.
But he's ready to change some things in his life.
See, last year did you guys ever when did you ever make New Year's resolutions?
Sure.
Yeah.
of course.
I think every other year I'll keep to it. Like 1 year I'll have one and lift weights for 2 weeks, then quit. And then
What's one that you said you would do and that you did? What's one that you was
last year
Okay, what'd you do?
I watch nothing that's actually news or political related at all.
Okay, very good.
Smart.
Clearing
And
out the
spent
mind.
the whole year doing it, besides a few random things that went through the Facebook feed.
Sure.
And
How do you feel? Did it make you feel better?
oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
less thing, just great.
Absolutely. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've done it. You've done
Yeah.
these before.
I think in this year trying to figure out a new one, I just started realizing how shitty everything is.
Okay.
Like everything that was cool or you liked when you were a kid.
Yes.
And everybody's nostalgia is rose-colored fucking glasses.
Of course.
We were all poor as shit. We were all the 80s were fucking trash.
Yeah, there's lots of bad.
But there was all kinds of cool stuff going on.
yes.
Yeah. Like, Noriega,
Yeah.
Just,
Noriega.
there's just all kinds of random shit.
I know what you
going
mean.
on.
In the
know,
80s,
just-
it was there's
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But everybody looks back and sees the good.
Yeah, and every
Yes.
decade, people in their 30s think the 90s was awesome. People in early 2000s.
Song remains the
yeah,
same.
Yeah, but man, it just hits you all at once whenever you start looking back on what are the things that you like? What keeps you entertained? What kind of stuff do you do with
Yeah.
your free time? Things like that. I'm a big football guy. I love fucking football. That's my deal.
Yes.
I just feel like over the last few years, it's just gotten to where it's so fucking. Oh, you can't watch something for you don't even know what team is on the field before you know 6 different people that sponsored it. 2 of them are gambling websites,
Well, of course.
and then every 2 seconds, it's something that has nothing to do with what the thing is about or the game is about.
Talking about where they came from or their parents or
Not even necessarily all that. But that's the kind of shit I like to reserve for the pregame show
sure. Yeah. That's a good
and then
time for
Olympic shit.
Okay.
The Olympics are kind
that.
of
Once every 4 years.
They always
very
want to
special.
tell you about the story of the person,
Of course.
which I get because most of those are individual things.
Yeah.
But it's a team sport. What's the team doing? How they playing?
Yes.
What are they like on offense? What are they like on defense? What are they like? Not well, this guy is dating this person, so they're up there. These 2 people have been arguing off the field on fucking Twitter. I feel like all these people are social media creators that happen to play a sport for their day job.
Yeah.
NBA is the worst about it. And then all the shit's rigged with the refs in every sport there is. Like the
Okay.
only sport that's tried to like consciously fix it has been baseball, and it's like the most archaic sport ever. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
first fucking sport, basically.
Yes.
So like the fact that they were even able to like add anything new, like they got the K zone stuff. They don't use it, but
No.
they use it to grade their umpires. So
Okay.
the certain umpires like, hey, this guy ain't doing good. We're gonna do this, and he might get sent down and have to umpire in the minor leagues.
Gotcha.
All the rest of these ones are like, oh no, that's just the guy. He's an asshole. You can't do this, that, and this when he's there.
Yeah.
And then they'll make shit calls, and it costs people millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Betting millions of dollars. And then the last few weeks, I've started to notice. I haven't gambled much in the last few weeks. I've won a little bit of money on FanDuel.
Okay. You,
Over the
you
last
do it a bit.
over the last 2 or 3 years, I've won a decent amount every year on FanDuel.
Okay.
So I'm not bitching about it.
Yeah.
But you
But-
start
but-
to read a lot of shit to where like, you know, they're down by like 6 and the spread is 4 and they just happen to make it down there and like, oh, well, at least kick this field goal and then try to get the points on the next one.
Yeah.
But it always covers that fucking spread,
Uh-huh.
whichever way it kind of like money's leaning.
The past couple years, I've heard of a couple of those where like people did stuff
It's
at
a
the
lot
end.
more
and it-
fucking when you really
Yeah.
dig a little bit, it's a lot more fucking conspicuous than what it should be.
all right. All right.
And it's got me away from what I liked about football.
yeah.
The one thing that always pissed me off about a lot of football back in the day was shit was decided by kickers.
Okay.
The dudes at that time didn't lift any fucking weights, didn't do a whole lot. I lived with a kicker?
Yes,
I
yes.
literally lived with a kicker. So this kid, not going to bring up his name, not going to bring up his name. But I had a roommate. Well, I was his roommate. Older guy. Well, about 20 years older than me. So I was 25 at the time. No, he wouldn't have been. Yes. About 20 years older than me.
He's your
We had a nephew that was 18, 19 years old, was a kicker, different state. Didn't get a scholarship, but he walked on to kick at Purdue.
Yes.
So his first year, he redshirt. I don't know if you know what redshirt means. Like the first year you're there, they kind of make you ineligible to play, but they give you an extra year of eligibility, so you can just kind of like learn how to be a student or learn how to do whatever before they activate you. So you can't play, but you can practice and do all that.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
so for that whole year, we got to go to all these Purdue games as like family members because his family lived out of state. We were the two family reps. He just like, cousin James. And,
You got the tickets.
yeah. So we got to go to these games all the time.
Fantastic.
I'll never forget. It was during the draft. You remember?
Oh yeah.
We're sitting there during the draft.
Uh-huh.
All right. He's getting ready to go for their spring game because it was the spring game. Remember that?
Yes.
He walks by and he was an ultra gamer. Like he just fucking. This is when Halo first started. Ultra gamer. It was all he fucking did. I mean, it was all he fucking did.
Way into
to the point where he didn't get himself physically fit enough to get back on the team the next year and got cut. Oh shit! But he went to Tennessee Martin and it all worked out good.
Yeah.
But when he walked by, I think it was maybe 2005, 2006,
Something like that.
and AJ Hawk was going to be drafted.
Yes. It was
that
AJ
year.
Hawk. Yep.
And I'm
Ohio
sitting there
State.
like, man, the Eagles got to trade up and get fucking AJ Hawk. We got to trade up and get AJ Hawk. He walks by, says, "Who's a?" I said, "You're a field goal kicker, right?" "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Watch out for this son
I was
of a
like,
bitch.
"Well, he don't play special teams, but man, you might have to worry. You don't have to worry about those guys like AJ Hawk anymore. He's gonna get drafted." He goes, "Who's AJ Hawk?" And I just looked over and I'm like, "All right, man, you have a good time at practice,
You're
dude."
weird.
Yeah.
That's a kicker on a Division I team,
Yeah.
and he's in the Big Ten with you.
In the Big Ten, he's the.
and this guy has no idea who he
He
plays.
literally won every
He's that-
linebacker. He won
So this kicker has no idea who
Yeah.
anyone.
the
he's not even
starting
into
middle
it. He doesn't
linebacker
even
on the
care.
national championship team from his division. Didn't
Yeah.
know who he was.
He doesn't even care.
No.
Or no.
He probably didn't even know his own middle linebacker on his own team.
That's why he went to Tennessee Martin.
But I don't even know why I started on that. I just went on that rant about that.
Well,
what was I at before?
The football is it's a lot of the sideshow stuff anymore.
Yeah,
Not
like
enough
they
of the
took the
game.
draft and they moved it to make it like 4 days long. And I get why they did it now. From a structural standpoint, it's easier to do. You can make trades in between during
yeah.
the day. So it added a little bit more to that. But like all the different stuff, they just dilute it. It's like I was talking about movies too. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, well, like the NFL draft, Karen, I know you're familiar. Well, I remember growing up and seeing the NFL draft as a kid when I was younger. It was on ESPN.
And it just had the stream of names, and it was
Just stream of things. It was one little camera, a couple people, Mel Kiper, someone else talking, two people, and it was like this all day affair. It was on until the evening. Then Sunday, it was on all day. She's like, God, who the f- could watch this garbage? And I got older and I got into football, and then you love that. I mean, if you're way into your team, because then that's the people picking the new players. You see that. So, man, it's just this, but it still was pretty nerdy. I mean, I went over to James once. We spent 12 hours there watching the first round. It went so slow. But now, right, they do like Thursday night, they do like the first 5 or 10. And then there's lots of commercials, lots of
just
talking.
tons of. I'm tired of all the filler.
Yeah.
Like my favorite thing, like the thing that got me into actually like, because I've never been a big fan of like the radio in general, because I just hate all the music that's on the radio.
Sure.
So like I've always listened when I'm driving around. If I'm not listening to my own shit, I'm listening to sports talk.
Yes.
And back in the 2000s when the internet kind of first took off and there was actual sports talk, it'd be like 20 minutes of guys talking about something, then a 5-minute ad, 20 minutes of talking, 5-minute ad. You know, it was all worked out nice.
Sure.
Now
Fair.
it's like,
Fair.
we're going to talk about this one thing for 5 minutes, and it's, 2 minutes of commercials. One topic is one thing, blah, 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 2 minutes of commercials.
Yeah.
And if you're watching it live, it really sucks. Man, watching football live sucks so bad. Well, I mean, unless you're there. Like, if you're there, no big deal. I'm talking about watching it live on TV.
At your home, yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
I don't think, besides KFC back in the day with those fucking bowls, that's about the only thing that ever sold me on, like,
Chicken.
somebody talked me into going to buy some shit. That's probably the only one that ever got me.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there high on a Sunday watching football. So what
So
the fuck
you're
else
gonna-
was I
you gotta
going
eat something.
to? Corn, mashed potatoes, and chicken. Sign me up.
Sounds good. It
Yeah.
sounds like the Rallies ads.
But I've never bought anything else because it's just constantly on there.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you've had enough of the advertising.
It's just, I mean,
I think maybe in the future, as things are going, have some hope, because I was thinking that maybe soon here that you will, on your broadcast, be able to pick who the person is.
I've always thought you should be able to listen to your home radio broadcast for whatever team it is with no other audio. I just
Sync
want
together.
You know what I do? Like, even when I play the video game,
Yes.
I turn off the fucking announcers and just listen to the PA address like I'm listening to it while I'm there.
That's what I'm saying. I can remember back in the 80s, they did it for a short time on a couple games.
Oh no, it kills a live it kills live broadcasts.
But they tried to do what would happen if we just did the PA announcer and
they
there was
did
no
and
announcers.
they did it on purpose too.
Yes. And then once I was a kid watching a game where the things failed in the booth, and that's all they had. And I remember being a kid, and I thought to myself, like, I like this.
Yeah.
I could hear the crowd. You could hear people screaming.
You'd hear
and
like,
they're screaming.
it's like, well,
You could hear the
we're
people
on a
shouting
radio
plays.
signal now instead of it was like, yeah.
But it was still, you could hear the dish from the side. You could hear it hitting, and it was without the constant. Because when I was into football a few years ago, and I was way into it for years and having people over for every Sunday, I got tired of the announcers because it just felt like as soon as the play was done, they just couldn't talk fast enough on top of each other fast enough. And it's people who aren't even, like when we talked about before we started this show, like when you're on radio or any kind of thing, when you're talking with people, you can't just say your stuff and then they say their stuff and you say you gotta like ask follow-up questions. And these two in the booth, I'm just saying my thing. I'm just saying my thing.
Or they're arguing and they're only arguing like pro wrestling style, like somebody's gotta be a heel and somebody's gotta be a babyface.
Yes.
Like about everything.
Yeah, it's fake.
Like the smallest things. Like Aaron Rodgers farted today. Well, I thought it smelled like vanilla. I thought it smelled like chocolate. And they're just fucking arguing about it for like a fucking news cycle.
Oh, and whoops, it's actually now third, and then they forget to do the football part.
Or they don't even fucking tell you a score or show you a highlight. They're busy talking about what happened, that didn't have anything to do with it.
So you've had it with this a bit.
But don't get me wrong. There's been cool shit that's been added to that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah.
Like if you ever watched, I don't know if you ever watched a Thursday night game that they have on Amazon now.
Time.
So Amazon has this thing where there's like 3 different things you could pick from. But this one that you pick from.
Kind of like
Karen,
Neapolitan?
No. Yes. Actually, yes. And the third channel actually shows you where people are going and what's going on the field. So if you don't know a lot about football and like, why are they running this and why are they doing that? It literally shows you like, this guy's running a route this way. This guy's running a route this way. And like if a guy takes off running with a ball, it'll pop up on the side and be like, he ran 20 miles an hour at this mount and like all
next
this time.
gen stats.
Yes, the next gen stuff. That's the cool shit.
Yes, you like that.
They take money and focus it on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hell to the yeah. They're focusing it all on shit that's just trying to pull people that don't have anything to do with football into football so they can get more of their money because Lord knows they don't have enough money.
Yeah.
These fucking people make $40 million a year.
For sports.
Like some of the worst guys on a team are making $1 million just to show up at a game they don't even fucking play in.
Yeah. I know that if you were on the practice squad, you make over $100,000 a year.
It's like 125 right now. Yeah, I believe.
And those people, they don't even play, Karen. They
No,
just
they practice, but you know.
So, if you
But don't
make
get me
it-
wrong, all the stuff they do off the field in the way of practicing and preparation
Yeah.
is way more work than what they actually do playing on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. You know,
That's what they're
intense.
actually getting paid for.
Sure. You do the practice.
But it's all the other stuff that filters into it.
But so this Taylor Swift stuff you're not into, then that's definitely not helping.
Most of that stuff, you know, that's kind of always been happening. But I think because there's so many eyes, everybody has a phone, everybody has something, that it's just oversaturated.
Yeah.
I mean, how many different angles of the same person can you take a shot of before you realize it's just some skinny white chick that happens to sing pretty good with auto tune up in the stands?
Bam.
I don't care how many billions of dollars she's got. I've seen 20 different girls that look like her just at Walmart the other day.
There go all the Swifties.
Yeah, I don't give two fucks about any of that. I listen to death metal on the way here.
Well, I love Taylor Swift. We encourage you to come back. Now, I don't think there's any Swifties, so there might be. I don't know. Are you a Swiftie? Do you like that music at all? I don't even know. I couldn't name 2 songs.
No, when they play stuff, especially
So-
like nowadays music, you know, I'm on way in on the porch now. They all sound exactly the same because they're all just auto-tuned shit. How do you know somebody's got a good voice anymore? Do you?
How do you?
Because whenever they play something live, they ain't ever singing it live.
Now, if you could, when it comes to sports and NFL,
Yeah.
if you could change it, what would it look like? What would you do?
Oh, they'd still be beating. They'd still be hurting each other real bad.
Okay. All right. So the rules
There
would be
be
changed a bit
blood.
of the
Came in the 90s. It was still kind of the same way it was in the 70s and 80s. So they were
Yeah.
still beating the shit out of each other a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
You don't see any of that stuff anymore. And I understand why, but it's kind of diluted it all down to where it's like, it's real flag football on some shit. You
Yeah.
can't tackle anybody anymore the right way. And
Sure.
stuff that happens in real time, they don't judge it on real time. They judge
judge
it
it
from
on
a
slow
slow-mo
motion.
fucking instant
Yes,
replay.
that's
If
a
you see
problem.
some of that shit in real life, it's like, I just saw that happen.
Yeah.
Then when they go, like, oh, okay, it was like a half an inch and it squirmed in his hand, so now it's not a catch. You know,
So when it comes to that reminds me of a phrase, paralysis by analysis.
yeah,
So every play is broken down. You're stopping on a flag to watch this little quarter of an inch square. Yeah. That slows the game down.
the NFL refs feel like a bunch of cops in your town that pull everybody over for going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit,
Yeah.
and then pulling a few people over because they remember pulled them over the other time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'll throw a flag on that asshole because he did that before.
Because he just did somebody.
Yeah.
All right. So the game could be changed. Then how about the broadcasts and how they look? What would you change to make it the right way?
I've always just kind of thought sports in general, like the reason why people like Pat McAfee, or at least I do,
Yeah.
he's just a real dude. And whenever he's talking about some shit, he's talking to it like we do whenever we're just sitting and watching a game.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a third alternate or a second alternate audio.
Uh-huh.
That's just a couple of dudes that are going to be like, oh, he got laid the fuck out. Oh, this dude over here, he got hit. And I don't think he's going to fucking get it. Like little cussing and just
regular talk.
Yeah. Just like, here's the R version. If you want to see the R version.
Now, do you think they've kind of done that with the the Mannings when they do stuff? Is that supposed to be? I mean, they're not cussing, but it's supposed to be a little more laid back ish.
It's hard to say that when it's two dudes in fucking sweater vests that have been paid their whole life.
Sure. Yeah. So they're not regular, but I mean,
They're cool ass dudes, super funny.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of their shit's great. Like when Eli's bagging on Peyton, that stuff's great.
great. Yeah.
But I don't watch that shit, honestly. I don't. Anytime I always watch the games, it's on replays now. I
See-
watch 15-minute replays of every game.
So you want the rules changed. You would like the announcers to be more regular people instead of
The announcers need to be
Old
full.
people.
The announcers need to be full time. They're not actually. Or not, I mean, the referees need to be full time. They're not actually full time. The referees are.
Yeah.
They're like, they teach during the winter. You know, when they're not.
Sure, they have other jobs.
They have other. That's their second job. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, then now after you thought about all this, so now what's the change? You thinking you got to do what?
Just getting more into music.
More into music.
I think
Doing
it's the only
something
thing that's
creative?
going to get me out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not that I'm in a rut or anything. It's just like sometimes whenever you shake the etch a sketch, you're like trying to think of what next drawing you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally understand. I was that way. I was into football and loved it, and then music kind of came along, and I got more into that, and then I kind of let it go. And
And I've had like spans, you know, a year where I was really into doing some music stuff, and then a year where I was not into doing it, and then a year where, you know,
Sure.
it's off and on.
but for most of your life, you've been pretty
Yeah.
much into that. Stuff.
Always dabbling in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're turning over a new leaf. A little less sports, a little more music.
Just trying to.
Okay.
I don't know what my deal was today. And like when I was driving here, something was on the radio, and it was a cover of a song that I used to like from the 80s. And I'm like, they just go fucking take everything from the 80s and ruin it. I mean, honestly, everything from the 80s, they're just like, let's redo it. I'm like, no, it was already plastic and cool back then. Leave it there.
Leave it how it is. It doesn't need to be changed.
Yeah. If you're going to bring back anything, bring back a DeLorean. Everything else, you can just fucking leave
Yes.
alone.
Oh, the DeLorean.
Yeah. But do it the right way.
But at least tattoos are legal now in Indiana. We're going the right direction.
There's gonna be kids now that'll be like, remember when you couldn't buy beer on Sunday?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there are people are
Yes.
gonna be like, nah.
That's
you can
kind of the
always buy beer.
vibe I was getting when she said that.
Yes, that's the podcast in the future.
Right.
What? But you could buy beer on Sunday now, right?
Yeah.
It
just has to be
It's been
after-
a few years. Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
to be after 1.
Those are rules kind of
There's a
everywhere.
rule.
Can you buy a car yet? You still not buy a car on a Sunday
think-
in Indiana? Is
I
that
think
what-
they're closed.
They let women buy cars? Oh, I'm just fucking.
Well, I'm sorry. Your husband would know. No, great. Okay. Well, James is getting away from the sports a bit, getting some music. Now, do you have any, are you doing anything new for the year? Did you have any resolutions or something? Do you even do that?
I tried one last year.
What was it?
I did yoga. It was supposed to be like yoga or I don't know, wall Pilates or some shit that I don't know how I was going to do it. And was enjoying it. Probably would love to do it again, but I got like a bursted knee. Burstus knee?
Oh, your bursa sack?
Yeah.
Oh, I had
like-
to have that drained once. That's the worst.
Yeah, and
Did
so
it
my
flare
knee
up?
like swelled.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And so like I had to stop. And so once I had to stop doing that, it's like I never picked it back up again because I was just like,
when I dislocated my kneecap, that's what it did. And
It just-
there's like a
Oh,
fluid thing underneath your kneecap.
yeah, it was
whatever.
weird.
Yeah.
So
bad.
like I just like, well, I guess I'm not supposed to do that. So,
so you stopped doing
So I
the
stopped
wall
doing that.
Pilates.
well, it would. I thought I was gonna do good, man. I thought I was gonna.
Was it from doing that?
Yeah, there was. There were parts where you're on your hands and knees.
So you weren't used to that?
Well,
Should
not
have
on,
her knee pads on.
not on the hard floor. Let's
Sure.
put it
Yeah,
that
shouldn't have
way.
any pads.
We could have done those in the big 4-poster.
But
But okay, so it was on a hard
Anyway,
floor. The
it
mat
was-
wasn't working, and that's when you hurt
yeah,
your knee.
yeah.
That was
So
going to be our original intro video to the podcast. No, it's just fucking-
Karen on all fours. Check out the Hora Bora. So you tried it. How long did it last? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
no, I think I got into it for like 2 months and was
2
really
months, got
enjoying
injured.
it. And then my knee went crap, and I just
Okay,
thought,
and then gave that up. All right.
gave that up.
Do you have any, like James in the past? He has done some, and then he actually did them. Do you have ones that you did in the past that you actually did?
I did the Bible in a year.
You read the whole
last
Bible in 1 year?
Yeah, yeah.
2 years ago? You
No,
said?
last year.
Old
I
Testament.
finished old and new, the whole darn thing.
Damn.
And then I finished it on New Year's Eve, and then I started it again on New Year's Day.
Do you?
So I'm doing it again.
How many pages is it total, or does it go by pages? Were there page numbers back then? Okay.
Over 60 some chapters, 66 or 60.
And since you know it pretty well, if it's 60 some, so then a little over a chapter a week, then 52 weeks in a year. So is that how you do it, or do you do it by
there's a
apostle?
program, and the program I'm on does it chronologically. So you do a little bit of skipping
Okay, you go
until
here
you
and
get
there.
to the New
Oh.
Testament.
Oh,
But so that's
be
pretty cool.
skipping around.
Yes.
The Bible, was the Bible the first book to ever like turn to page 68 and you had to go to 68 and it was like turn to 55.
Choose your own
And it's like-
adventure Bible.
Like, oh, yeah. There's like, you get to one, oh, Judas has got you now.
So why do you do it? Why do you do the skip around way? What's that keeps it
'Cause it's
the story
chronological.
chronologically? in
Yeah,
order.
it's a chronological.
Because
so you
if
can
you-
just follow it, and it makes a little more sense and makes things stick a little bit more because you can. It's not like you're gonna read all of Genesis and then go into Job, and then when there's references back and forth.
So when you read it in just page order, it scoots around. Any
No.
time, you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Page order is by book,
Okay.
but chronologically reading it, you
That's-
start page 1 and then it goes through Adam and Eve, and it goes through Noah, and then.
But if you read it by book, saying like after the first book, then when you got to the second one, there would be things that already had, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot like Reservoir Dogs.
No, I was
that
going to, okay.
Pulp Fiction. It's like Pulp Fiction. It's all out
yeah,
of order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of order. Yeah.
Cool. I
I was
didn't know
gonna
the
say I
Bible
was gonna say Memento, but that was different.
Memento,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, it's dead on.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction before?
Yeah.
Yes. It's
So
all,
there
like,
was some
out of
Quentin
order.
Tarantino guy that wrote all that.
That's
and
it.
Did all that.
Put the Bible together. Like,
So
man, check
maybe
it out.
so back in like whatever, I guess it had to be AD, right?
Yeah.
There's some guy throwing a tablet on the ground, same way I did when I came in here today, all pissy. This
Who
New
put the-
Testament shit.
Put it in order.
This
What's your
fucking New
problem?
Testament
Back in
shit.
my day, we had books that were in order.
What the hell is a word called ye? We ain't even got that in our language.
27 BC, we knew how to get the leaves. If it's from 27 BC, leave it alone.
Did the Dead Scrolls mean nothing?
Oh my gosh. Well, before we go much farther, we're halfway through, if you can believe it. You know what I mean? It's flying by.
I'm sorry,
well,
I filibustered.
We're spot. That's right. Wilson Farm Market, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market, US 31, fried chicken, fried pies, all the fun. And this Friday we'll have a new giveaway, which will be exciting.
Yes.
I think I want to put something visually with it, maybe. So, although we had trouble last time. Did you catch something on fire?
No, I just wanted to move it so
Lot
it
of
didn't
smoky.
look, so it didn't look like you were doing bong rip.
Wilson Farm Market. Yes. So we appreciate and I'm still working on scheduling, getting Scott here. He'll be back. I'm sure it'll be fun.
He's a man.
And remember, the GGHOP, if you want to ask us questions or enter contests, there's the shirt, the back, right there. We've already given a couple away. The GGHOP at gmail.com if you want to say hello, ask us a question, tell us to piss off, whatever. Or you have suggestions of how you would go through the Bible. Karen, back to you. So that was something you've been doing, and you keep doing it. You just keep reading it every year. You just keep doing it.
Last year was my first year doing it, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'm doing it again, and I'm hoping, to just get more from it and to, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be that girl that can quote scripture. Like,
Please
there are
don't.
people that do that.
Please
and
don't.
I don't know that I could do
Please
that, but I just at least be aware.
When you read through a book like that and then you're reading through another time, is it like a movie? Do you actually read things and think like, oh, I don't remember that the first time I read it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
much like a movie.
So that works for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
totally pick up something a little bit different.
Yes. And as we can tell, as you're telling your story, I guess James is not going to be finding religion this year.
No, that's not something that ever
He's
be
not into
found.
that. So now, do you have one now other than the Bible? Is there
Bible.
something else you're doing this year? Did you decide to do
Make a new.
together? Is
We
that
have
something
done
you
it
both do?
together.
Okay. Does
We-
he do something different now too? Another one he's doing?
same.
I guess I did think of one. So I was thinking of this in the bathroom at my in-laws. So, so I hadn't
Did you
been
do
up.
that a little less?
I know,
or-
I know. I'm trying to ease back on that.
As long as it wasn't murder, you're all right.
There's a good
It's like-
Gilbert Gottfried joke. He's like, if masturbation was a crime, I'd be on death row. So I'm at the in-laws. I'm not masturbating. Okay.
Yeah.
This time.
Sure.
But I hadn't been up there in a few years because when COVID came, they're older and they got a little, you got to have the shots, you got to do this thing to come up. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. Can I just stay? So I hadn't been up there in a while. But so I went up there. I hadn't been up there in 5 years. And then when I was in the bathroom, and it really does have much to do with them, but I was really thinking about it.
It never does.
And I don't want to get all, I don't want, not all sentimental stuff, but I think I got a good idea. If you don't have a resolution this year, what your resolution should be. And your resolution should be that take time and think about it and think about how good your life already is.
Oh.
Think about your friends and stuff you like that you hang out with and your family and the fun stuff you get to do and what you enjoy in life, and be more happy and appreciative of what you already do correctly and what you do have.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking about what do I need to change or what's wrong with me that I need to stop doing. How about thinking about what you already have and how good that can be? So there you go. Because I have lots of people around me that I love. I can say that without being completely on nun, rape, or kush, and or whatever it's called, whatever you're hitting over there. So I got a good people. This podcast is fun. We appreciate the followers. I think it's now up to 30. I love all of them.
Yep.
Definitely.
And you can imagine what I would do for you. Just come find me someday.
Yeah,
I'll make it worth
he's not on social media. You can't find him on
I'll
there.
make it worth your time.
You can hit me up on Facebook.
I've got magic fingers. I can do lots of things. So love that. So yeah, I'm just appreciative of that. There you go. I don't want to try to change much, I guess. I mean,
And I wasn't like, I'm not upset about anything. It's
No,
just like that
I'm
weird.
not angry.
No, it's like that weird thing
super fucking pissed.
where I was just like, when you start to look on some shit and you're like, when you actually see some stuff for what it is for a minute, And it wasn't just football. It was like a whole, just random shit. Just
Yes.
random shit. Yeah. One of those days you're just
see?
going through the Rolodex of random
really-
shit you hadn't thought about in a minute.
You really did have a wonderful life, James.
That's right.
You got to see what the world would be like without you.
Well, I'm content completely everywhere else. It's just my entertainment is starting to take a nosedive.
Every time the Eagles score, an angel gets its wings.
Well, that happens, but they give up too many. That's
It's
the problem.
rare. They gave up 3. Yeah. So resolution wise, I'm good there. I usually don't make too many resolutions.
Good.
Yeah. So how about New Year's Eve? Did you do something fun, Karen? You had people over for beer. You
Yes.
made a whole new batch of beer. Dark
Yes.
Army. Is that
Dark
it?
Lord.
Dark Lord.
Dark Lord.
Dark Lord.
Dark Lord. 24 gallons.
24 gallons, which you said there was almost a
So
massive spill.
our fermenter that it's in at the moment, as we were moving it from the brew area over, the wheels folded under
Oh shit!
and
Like
bent
that?
the metal. And
It's okay. It's all right.
Technical. Oh, right.
Turn your radio down at home,
Yeah.
sir.
yeah. And we had
Long
like
time listener, first
3
time
people
call.
holding it up, and why we scrambled to find something to put it on. But yeah, it was crazy.
So it was 24-gallon tank,
20,
and
yeah,
it was full.
full.
Okay. Every gallon weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah.
What?
A
it's a-
gallon of milk weighs 10 pounds generally.
And this
I
Dark
lift a lot of
Lord
weight
is-
then.
Yeah, it was. The Dark Lord's like a heavier,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
stout. Yeah.
really stouty.
So you guys were
like,
lifting
so
at least
it was a little-
240 pounds.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
That's what you're doing. Whoa, dead
Yeah.
weighting it.
Dead weight.
But you saved it.
We saved it.
Done. Excellent.
Yep.
Kevin
Okay.
didn't spill the chili, right?
Yeah. I
The
can't
Office.
imagine.
People don't watch The
There's a
Office. What the fuck?
I watched the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did too. That's
Okay.
pretty-
Yeah.
crawl space. There's a crawl space underneath this.
Sure, but that
I
would have
can
been
only
hell on the
imagine.
floor.
Like,
I mean,
can you imagine it just seeping through
yeah,
the floorboards?
It'd probably be like some badass wood stain you just like created and didn't know it.
fixed it properly.
Yeah. Well, it's right over there, or it's not.
It's still,
fermenting.
Oh, it's
still,
still in
yeah,
process?
it's-
Oh.
yeah.
fermenting or cooking.
Yeah, it's
or,
fermenting.
So you guys are getting drunk on the other stuff while you
Yeah.
were,
By the way, your zinger's gone.
Oh.
they'll make more. You know the people.
Tell them I want a nice Scottish brown ale
I got Scotty.
or a red. I'm good.
I don't know, right?
If you're joining us, it's Beer Talk today. On
talk.
Well, that's fun. And so you had people over just appetizers, just hanging out, right?
Yeah.
The whole just
I made my little sandwiches again,
delicious.
and
That's
but yeah,
the ones with the ham and
and
the
Swiss
stuff over
and
the top.
butter sauce.
Were the people that were here too? Are they're part of Frankfurt Beer Works, right?
Correct.
That help. It's the
Yep.
company
Yeah, there's
Gotcha.
a group
Okay.
of people,
and their families.
only
can
one
keep you-
is
Stayed up till midnight then at least.
yeah. Quite a few of them did leave. I think there were just 3 of us left by midnight.
Okay. Just the tough ones.
It was the tough ones.
Was it pretty? Did anything get wild and crazy? I mean, a few drinks, get a little handsy,
No,
something fun. No, okay,
No, I
pretty
didn't.
in the mini years.
What time were you asleep?
Me?
Yeah.
Not until like 2 or something.
Oh, you stayed up?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yep. Because they stayed up. My son at Christmas at the in-laws did get a tent. Well, actually, it was for me, but it was for us. So then on the 30th on Saturday, we came home and I put the tent on the porch.
oh, fun.
And we've got glass on the front porch, but it's old. So I mean, it's kind of seeps in
Perfect.
there.
Oh,
I've
it's
got
still cold.
a little heater. But here's the thing: like it was freezing, and I was gonna sleep in there on that Saturday, and then I'm like, well, how about you do that? I'm gonna sleep inside. He's like, I'll do it. So I let him do it. Then the next night, I did stay in it. But here's what I found: on the tent, there's a fly, but
Yeah.
I replaced it with 2 blankets, so it
Uh-huh.
actually holds in like body heat. And I've got a
Yeah.
little heater out there, kind of small, like what's behind me,
Yeah.
but I can't put it in the tent. You
Right,
know,
right.
yeah. But so when I stayed out there the other night, we were in the tent for a while, and when we got out for a second, you could feel it was warm in the tent. It wasn't. It was fine. I mean, I went not long ago in August. We had a concert in, it was outside of Lafayette. It's called the Big Pine Breakdown.
Yeah.
But it was really hot that weekend. But then the Saturday, when Saturday came, the temperature dropped for like a day. And then Saturday night, it got down into like the 50s, you know? And so when I woke up the next day, like when I'm in a tent, they're kind of squashy and my hamstrings get really tight. And so I knew there'd be trouble. So when it does that, I have to move very easily or they lock. And then I can't move and I'm stuck like a zombie, like on my back. So that didn't happen a couple days ago with my son in there. So I knew it was warmer. You know what I mean? So it wasn't so bad actually being on the porch, you know.
Yeah.
The one at Big Pine was terrible.
Yeah.
Because I could feel it coming and I was trying to like roll over and I didn't know if anybody was out yet in the camps. And soon I'm just yelling out of a camp flap or out of a tent flap. I'm like, help, Michael, Drew. I'm like, Hunter, Taylor, anyone? I just need help. Help me. I'm like, what's the matter? I'm like, you're going to have to pull me up. Actually, this is so embarrassing. So, I mean, they had to like pull me because they won't bend or unlock.
Wow.
So then, God, so that got way too personal. So the tent, I don't even know what the hell we're talking
Sounds
about.
like you need medical attention, right?
No, I got to stay loose. There's something I need to stretch more.
There you
in the
go.
year. But so the tent is fine on the porch. It was actually warmer than I thought. It wasn't that bad.
That's fun.
But as it goes on here in the winter, we'll watch it because it gets down into 10 and 5-degree weather. It's
Well, yeah.
No fun.
We actually got one of those heaters, and it's got like a separate little tube that you just put into the tent and zip it up.
that's what I need to do is get on
It's awesome.
that thing so we can pump it in
You'd
there.
be-
But yeah, did that. That was fun.
Not bad.
Something we did do over the break. So I got him an old TV, a cathode ray tube TV. It's about yay big, like a 9 or 10 incher. And then so
First got a Nintendo was an 11-inch black and white TV.
there you go.
I didn't
I had
have
a black and
color
white TV too.
I didn't have a color TV until 2 years into playing Nintendo.
Back in mud. Yes.
That's right.
So I had a black and white too. When I was a kid, we had an extra one, and I would get to use that one. I was in my parents' bedroom, but so he wanted to try the black and white. Well, my parents didn't need color porn; they're older. Okay, I saw the look.
Sorry, I was just thinking of TVs and bedrooms.
It's not a good idea, is it?
It's not.
No, I don't like it either. There's one in my bedroom. Don't need it. You only need a monitor. Because you set up the camera and that's fine. That's why I got
Okay.
married twice.
Go on.
So so I got him this TV because he was thinking he'd like some older game thing, and I said, well, we'll see, because maybe you could just hook up an old DVD player to it or something. Just something in your room, something different. So he decided he wanted an Atari. Looked at all the systems, little old ones. I'm like, hey, we're collecting. We're not collecting. We're not buying the whole thing. We're not looking to do any of that. Just something fun. So he decided do the Atari. So we got that. We went over and bought an Atari from a reputable dealer,
Yeah.
and it works great. I really enjoyed it. Bought a few games. He's into it, and I will say if you've played old games on like a computer, like an emulator, like I have them all on my computer, and we've got third party. Look like Nintendo controllers instead of the joystick, and you can play all the games. When you actually get the old TV and the old system and you actually plug it in and you put these joysticks in your hand, it's completely different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are made for it, but they're in the box, all right? One was missile, one had a sticker, okay, from where it was originally sold from. One was originally sold, evidently, at the height of Atari. The other one had a sticker put on it from the end of Atari. So, Asteroids was from the height. How much do you think it cost? And again, the sticker is from, let's see, what was it from? Kmart. How much? And this box is from
83?
1978,
Oh, 78.
at least 1979. How much do you think a copy of Asteroids cost at Kmart?
14.
Brand new. 14? What'd you say,
I'm
Jane?
gonna say it was a little bit higher, just because
1401.
back then,
Bob, I'm gonna
because I just got through watching all of those episodes of the documentaries about how the different toy makers of the world and how they came to be and
Oh,
stuff.
sure. Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna say it was kind of expensive. I'm gonna say about $35.
It was $33.88.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay.
Kmart?
From Kmart.
That'd be the equivalent of a $70 game today, though.
Yeah,
And that's what they're going for today, which is stupid.
do the inflation. Now, Missile Command had one on, and it was from, I don't know where it was from, like Hills. I think it was maybe Hills.
Oh yeah.
So now
Oh yeah.
it's the mid 80s.
15.
Okay. 15,
12.
97 cents.
Damn,
Oh.
$1.
Less than $1 is when they were
Wow.
giving them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to see both. So that was interesting on the box. As far as the gameplay, we played those, and something also, if you had the box, which I never knew on these games. Now I know that you can, if you know this old system, you kind of hit this little switch, and it, you can do 1 player, 2 player with invisible tanks, 2
Or
players
demo.
with, or demo, or just different styles of how the board looks. Well, there's a front on both of them. There's this little teddy bear in the corner of both these boxes. And he goes, "What is that?" So I look on the back, and it says,
Family friendly game.
"This cartridge has games on it that are for children."
Yeah.
So you can go all the way to the end, like game 34, and then like, okay.
And it just looked like it was little, but I just remember like you made yours.
Wow.
You didn't. It was before Nintendo.
Well, sure. Wow. Okay. So you put it together.
You put the kit together.
Yeah, it was a kit. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's
Like you
Okay.
sit there and thought the shit up.
I mean, the Intellivision I had, it was like a separate thing, like the Atari was, but then it had the disc rather than
the
a joystick.
controller had a disc.
It
and
had the
side
number
buttons.
pad, and you'd have to slide the little plastic thing
Yep.
down inside there. So you had to keep the box. All your plastic stuff was in there to keep all your pads and stuff in there.
And those boxes did. They had a place for the cartridge. You
Yeah.
opened it and you kept it in the sleeve, whereas
That's
the
just
Atari
sweet.
one,
I miss
smart.
stuff like that. That's why people like albums and
analog.
the old CD
Paddle
cases
ball.
and stuff.
That was the game where the little ball.
Pong. You were playing Pong?
Boom, boom.
You're playing Pong. It's a Pong system, probably. You had 2. Like you
Man,
had
like
one.
an OG Pong then, because I remember watching that documentary I was talking about, and that was like the first game or whatever.
Yeah. You
and
probably had a Pong system. Like that was before.
some
people did
assembly
that.
required. Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah, that's way back there.
Yeah. I got a really old little TV in the attic. I don't know if it's black and white or not, but when we first moved here, when we first got the house,
it'd pop
I would
on and
bring-
go, you want to play a game?
well, I'd be busy working on the house, and I would bring the kids with me, and I would just sit them in a room and plug that in and hook up a DVD player and play movies. They would literally be stuck in a room all day watching movies while I cleaned or worked on the house. It was sad as
You
shit.
just zombied them.
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Well, that's okay.
was
It
really
worked.
sad. Eh.
But now you didn't really watch a lot of TV as they got older, right? You didn't have cable or, right? You guys didn't have a lot of TV here, right? You
Well,
rented it.
we got a TV. We have a big antenna in the attic, so you got whatever you did on.
A lot of
antenna.
PBS.
Yeah,
of PBS kids.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You betcha.
Yeah. So
I'm on a Fargo kick.
yeah. So if you get a chance, get an old system, give it a try. But the Intellivision, though, the only trick about Intellivision for Atari is the controllers are wired in.
Yeah,
So if you would spill a Coke on one or mess it up, you've ruined the whole
Right.
system.
Yeah.
The whole
The Atari,
doohickey.
you can plug and play them.
but it did come with this sweet thing after the fact, a few years down the road in the early '80s, that plugged in. It was like a talk modulator. So there were certain games you'd plug in that were
Yeah.
space. It'd be like,
B-17
yeah,
bomber.
it's like, the battle is over. Shit like
Yes.
that. And that was cutting edge.
And there's dirty games for all those too. Sexy games.
That's some aftermarket
Oh,
pirate
yeah.
ones.
There's some sexy games for those old
Come
ones.
with the pink cartridge.
Yes, or they're
Are
in
you
special like
serious?
leather.
Like
There is.
Yeah, the 8-tracks did too.
Yeah.
They had porno 8-tracks and they were
Porno
pink.
8-tracks?
Yeah, and they were pink.
You
yeah.
just listen to it?
My dad had a bunch of them. They were hilarious.
What?
Yeah, they were like, you'd hear it and it'd be like, pizza guy, like all your standard ones, like your pizza guy, your delivery people, your pool boy,
Yeah.
but it was like they were.
Well, it's like phone sex then.
But it
That's
was
basically what it
all-
was. It was
it
just
was
There's a name for that in movies when you make noises. There's those people are called something like when there's a drop in a bucket and you clap shoes together. There's a name.
not a
for
grip.
That. It's not a grip.
That is a
It's
different
something very
podcast.
special. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know there were porno 8-tracks.
yeah.
No way.
They were always on, and the 8-track was always pink.
Wow. You got any left?
So you could do. I don't know. I had to hook up. See if my dad still got them laying around somewhere. He might. Shit.
Now, how did that work?
No.
It's terrible. And a bunch of 7-year-olds throwing it in. What's she talking about?
Oh my god! I got.
Then there's the one boy in the corner going,
I I got to remember all this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look.
So then flash forward ahead, 30 years, I'm grabbing ass at the bar. You might see where I got some of that shit
it's
from.
because of the porno
Yeah.
8 tracks.
I did get a lot
Wow.
of I did get a lot of terrible porn at a young age. Kind of corrupted my brain. Yeah. I was trying to think of the comedian that said it. I don't remember. Might have been one of those redneck comedy guys. Like once you've seen a titty,
Oh, you've seen
just
one, you
wanna
want to see them all.
You wanna
Yes.
see 'em all,
Yes. Not
yeah.
you've seen one, you've seen them all. Of course. Or in that case, once you've heard one, you want to
right?
hear them all.
I don't even know what she's doing, but it sounds cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah, look at that. Karen knows. Look at this.
trying to make skin slap, but
Yeah,
I don't
nice.
have a lot.
I had no idea. Interesting. Did you ever? I'm sure no, you never got on a phone and did phone sex stuff, did you? You never called one of those numbers ever, did you?
When I was a
Ever in
little
your
kid,
life?
I got in trouble because I called one of those.
Okay.
And ran up. Remember back then it was like
Wow.
$2
Just the
a
money.
minute or
Oh,
some
sure.
stupid shit. Yeah. I don't even remember where I was at. And
Grandma's.
might have been
Hot, horny
it might have been
grandmas.
like me and a cousin. Might have
we
been like me and a
called.
cousin
He
calling
was
on a
at
phone or
grandma's.
something. I remember doing that and getting in trouble for it. But I wasn't like old enough to know what the fuck I was doing.
Bangkok chick boys.
We just kept
want
seeing
you.
this commercial on in the middle of the night and decided to call it. No, that wasn't a thing then.
My thumb slipped.
Yeah.
Okay. I
She
never
said,
tried
call
this.
me now. So I called her.
That'd be interesting. I bet that's almost all but gone.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it? There's definitely a human element to that. I just think I've never done that before. Could you imagine calling someone
That's a
up?
very niche audience, like a really niche audience now. Like you
that you're gonna hey, I need you to listen to me masturbate on the phone. That's so weird. But people,
they probably got more subscribers than us. I ain't gonna say nothing.
maybe so.
Followers.
Well, there was the Aerosmith video that had that at the end. Sweet Emotion was from the 70s, but then they redid it like in 2000 or the 90s. And then it's a
And
guy and
ruined it?
he's on a phone with a woman and talking about like, what are you wearing, all that stuff. And at the very end, it's a giant woman holding a baby, like iron and stuff.
Yeah, like-
Okay, call me again later, honey.
Like Beavis and Butthead, that episode.
Yeah. I know.
So
what
maybe
you're
it really
talking
was like that, but also that'd be an interesting job. If you're out there and you used to be on a phone sex line, please, the GGHOP at gmail.com. We would like to talk to you on the phone first for 5 minutes, and then you can come in and be on the show.
We average like 200 to 400 views. So if
Yes.
one of those people are, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be great. If you know someone who worked in the phone sex industry, please get a hold of us.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to you again for about 3 minutes on the phone for your pre-show interview.
Yeah, we could
Then
do-
I'll meet a cigarette, a sandwich, and you can come over and hang out.
We'll get you a free shirt.
Yeah,
hook you up.
not this shirt. Don't
Yeah.
look at it though. I need to wash it.
We'll get swag.
Yeah, don't put the black. What drumming is your thing?
Well, I can't play my acoustic drums where I'm at right now. It's just I don't have
gotcha.
a spot.
Not a
for it.
good spot.
But I am going to get an electric kit whenever tax time comes around.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Put headphones on and
Yeah.
go to town. So James is drumming. You're reading the Bible. I'm playing Atari.
It's gonna be a good year.
Desperately going to look up 8-track. That's got to be on around somewhere on the internet, man, to find that. That's something
It's
else.
probably your phone's probably heard you enough
thought of
now.
that.
It's
Well, that
gonna
means-
give you.
My mind is blown because now it's like, oh man, there were probably records and tapes,
Oh yeah.
and there were probably Victrola stuff. Like, oh my gosh, there's all this ancient porn I've been missing out on. Like, oh man, the world's great.
Probably
gonna-
images
he's gonna-
on.
This is a whole new day for
He's
me.
gonna start a.
This is my day.
He's gonna start a whole new podcast. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like
this is
snuff
boring.
shit from the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm coming back from this. I
70s
think
smut.
I'm done.
Welcome to Bill's 70s smut podcast.
Yeah, on tape,
Today we're gonna listen to the 8-track.
on records. Oh my god, I never. Yeah, really. See, this is a real surprise you're seeing on my.
And it was
That's right. Very good. Well, anything you want to say before we wrap it up today, Karen?
Nah, I'm good.
You're good.
Good.
Okay, take care of that mouse. Afterwards, you can explain that to me. I still don't get what. I was thinking of Prince, the song like "I got a mouse in my pocket and it's ready to roar." I thought it was like that kind of thing. It's nothing to do with that. Plus,
You
I got,
just said
this
mouse in-
this 8-track thing.
You
now. I'm
said
not even-
mouse
I
in
don't
the
care.
pocket. I just started thinking of what was the one with
Oh,
the
Lenny.
big Lenny. Yeah, I just started thinking of Lenny.
the guy that's rubbing the mouth,
yeah,
rubbing
yeah,
it
yeah.
too hard.
That's the first thing I was thinking of. And he killed it.
Of mice and
From the
men.
Mice and
Green
Men, yeah,
Mile.
Of mice and men.
Of mice and men.
I thought you
oh
guys
yeah,
some
that
sort of
one too.
literary tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a reader. I just figured out.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We've come to the end of an exciting Wednesday show. Join us Friday we're going to have some new segments. We got the new giveaway. Again, the GGHOP, if you would like to get a shirt, if we read your email on air, that type of thing, or if you want a contest. Also, don't forget to follow. Get people to follow. When we get to 100 and 1,000 views on a video, we're doing the jalapeno cheddar loaf bikini. I think that's driving some of the numbers. People want to see your mouse in a jalapeno loaf. It'll probably be me. It'll probably be me.
Horabora or whatever.
Yeah, we want to see your Horabora.
Horabora.
Your Hora stamp. Awesome. Well, and then of course, so join us Friday. That's Friday. For the Horabora. Maybe we'll check out your tattoos on Friday. Tat check. That could be fun. We'll wait till Jake gets here because then he can like give us advice on. That's Monday. Okay. So once again, this has been the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour Podcast, brought to you by Wilson Farm Market and Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt the Beer Works.
Very much. We will see you Friday. So go treat others how you would like to be treated, lighten the hell up, and go make somebody laugh today. And check out the 8 Track.